What if I told you you're wasting thousands and thousands of pounds on Facebook ads because you don't have this one system in place? I mean, you might as well be throwing your money down the drain. And I've been there. I've been in that struggle of I'm spending money on ads, but I'm not actually making sales. So I'm going to break down exactly how you can fix this one issue because I've spent over £200,000 on ads and I was in your shoes. And most of the time, when someone says my Facebook ads aren't working, they usually point in the finger at the audience, they're blaming the leads, they maybe say their ads don't look good, but 9 times out of 10, it's usually a very, 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 very bad offer. And to be honest, I had to learn this the hard way. So look, I had a client that came to me stressed out. They had a really, 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 really good landing page, you know, slick ads, everything looked amazing. And I was analyzing the funnel. They were getting clicked, they were getting views, but they were not getting conversion. So I decided to look at some of their competitors. And I noticed something. The competitors had an offer that was really, really urgent and it had a deep, deep pain point. The people I was working with, well, their offer was very bland. It was more like, we do this thing, we can help you. But there was no reason for me to sign up right now. Versus their competitors was like, we do this thing, we do it better than everyone else. And if you want it, you need to do it now. So what I realized instantly was your offer just needs to bridge the gap. It gets you from here to here and it needs to be the logical solution to do that. And the offer needs to be now worthy. It needs to be something that people want to take action on today, which means that you should add some time frames to it. An example here is, if I told you I could grow your brand, that sounds cute. But what if I said, I could grow your brand in 14 days using my XYZ formula? Urgency. Urgency, which means when you come to me, you already know in 14 days, I'm going to change your life. Another thing I see business owners do is they try to get too clever. All these fancy words and fancy terms, you need to speak at the language that your ideal client understands. If you do have super technical clients who understand high level terms that are related to your business, then great. But if you're dealing with B2C, with, you know, commoners, so to speak, there's no need for all the technical jargon. Give them the language they understand. That's how you make things work when it comes to advertising and creating amazing offers that convert people. And then the last bit, which a lot of people overlook this and it blows my mind, is, well, proof and believability. When you buy something on Amazon, usually you don't just buy it. You look at how many reviews it's got, what people are saying in the comments, and then you buy it. That's what I do anyway. So after you provided the urgency, the how and the why, you then need to provide the case studies and the testimonials and the proof that you're good at what you do. For example, I'm going to tell you right now, we've got 2 clients in different niches that are generating 50 to 100 leads a month. They're booking 20 to 30 calls a month. We're helping them generate 10, 15, 20 grand a month. That's my proof. And I can show you them. You can go on my LinkedIn and you'll see it, right? So I'm adding credibility and I also do it for myself. I'm teaching you what I do for me. I'm not giving away formulas that I don't use. And if you can do that, I guarantee you'll see a bigger return in your business. The last part is just test it. Like, honestly, just test it. What I like to do is I put my offers into ChatGPT and I ask ChatGPT, honestly, give me a breakdown. Do you think this is a good offer? What's wrong with the offer? What can I do to improve it? And then also use some human elements and ask yourself, is this ad good enough for me to stop scrolling? That's all you got to do. Ask yourself that question and I guarantee it will work out. Now, you could have the best offer in the world, but if you're putting it in front of the wrong people, it's sort of like being a vegan walking into a steakhouse. It don't make sense. So you have to do the targeting correctly. I remember working with a client. She was a female client working with women that were 40 plus. And I went through her funnel and I noticed that on her ad set level, she was targeting men and women. So obviously her cost per lead was going through the roof because in the ad, she was calling out women 40 plus, but there was men who were viewing the ad. It didn't make sense. She made a mistake. So the next thing you need to do is ensure that your targeting is correct. And the good thing now is that with Meta and Facebook ads is everything's done through AI. And most of the time, you don't even need to do too much targeting. There are some hard limits that you need to set. For example, if the offer that you have is based on age, you need to set the age on the ad set level. If the offer that you have is based on gender, then it needs to be set on the ad set level. If the offer that you have is based on location, then you need to set a location. But apart from those 3 things, you should always be testing broad targeting. And I know it sounds nuts, but Meta's AI is so sophisticated now. They are going to find people that are resonating with your ad. It's more important about what you say in the ad versus the targeting that you set on the ad, unless it's those 3 hard parameters. Does that mean you shouldn't do any targeting? Well, no. What you should do is test things. So you do 1 broad campaign and then 1 interest campaign, and then you stack a few interests on that interest campaign based on what you think your ideal client might be interested in. It doesn't always have to be related to what you offer. Once you do that, you're good. And then that leads to the next part. Your mindset shouldn't actually be thinking like a marketer. You should think like a buyer. So like, what type of content are they already interested in? What type of content are they engaging in? That's the type of content you should be making as an ad. Once you do that, I promise you, people will be buying into you because your ad will show up on their feed like a normal video that they would normally engage with. So whether that's UGC content, green screen, selfie videos, your ads could be a variety of things. It does not have to be high quality camera setup, microphone. It really depends. But if you know what they already engage with, it makes your life 10 times easier. And then the benefit of this is once you get a bunch of eyeballs, the people that don't convert, you can retarget them. A lot of people sleep on this. Yes, Meta has like built-in retargeting structures, but you can run specific retargeting ads to people that have already engaged with you. And these people are a bit warmer. I call this the middle of the funnel. And these ads, they work a treat. Now, the next reason you're probably not converting people is because maybe your ads are just not good. Like a lot of people just don't realize your ads are just not good. And you got to think of it like this. Billions of people are scrolling on Instagram every single day. Billions. What makes you so special that you can garner attention? The first 3 seconds of your ads need to be hard hitting. They need to like literally smash a wall through their eyeballs so that they can just join. So you can't be using stock footage, all this AI footage. It don't even look good. Like it needs to be real human interaction. Then the written copy under the video needs to be real. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use ChatGPT. I'm saying you should use ChatGPT and then add your human touch to things. The more human you make it, the better. The more interesting you make it, the better. And the hooks that you want to try and use are negative hooks. I learned this from an agency owner who's doing millions. And he explained to me, when you're running ads, you can't do what everyone else is doing. You've got 2 angles that you can approach it. Number 1 is you do a myth busting ad. Let's say that most people believe that if they eat carbs after 8 p.m, they're going to get fat. So your ad could be like, hey, if you think that eating carbs after 8 p.m. makes you fat, I'm going to tell you why that's not true. Boom. So now I'm going to approach them in a different way. So that's the myth busting approach. Then the other approach is the unique mechanism approach. What's unique about what you do? Let's say I'm sticking with the fitness analogy. I might say something like, if you tried doing keto, running every day, and it didn't work, I'm going to show you about my 3-step metabolic priming mechanism. So I just made up something, right? My 3-step metabolic priming mechanism. It's a unique process. So rather than coming out with the typical ads that you see, I've either broke a myth or I've come up with a unique mechanism. And those 2 things are going to get someone to be more interested in my ad compared to having the basic. If you want to get in shape for the summer, I'm looking for 10 men that want to achieve XYZ. No, I've now positioned it in a completely different way. And this works in every single niche. Let's talk about like business coaching or therapy. The same thing applies. You want to have either a unique approach or you want to break a myth, because then now I'm more likely to want to listen to your ad. And then the hook of the ad needs to be banging. Now, the biggest leak in your ad is actually not your ad. It's the funnel. It's what happens after. Like when you buy something online, how do you feel if you don't get a receipt for the first hour? I don't know about you, but I would be like, what's going on? I just bought something. So the same thing needs to happen with your ad. I realized this when I was working with a local business. Basically, he was running ads for this local business to generate leads. And then we was getting loads of leads. I'm looking at the ads manager and I'm like, bro, we're getting loads of leads here. But then one day they call me and they're like, yo, Jav, what's going on, man? Like, we're getting all these leads, but we're not seeing any conversions. And I'm like, yeah, have you actually contacted the leads? They were like, no, like, I didn't know we had to contact the leads. And I was like, what? Like, what are you talking, what? So I realized the company we was working with wasn't contacting the leads for almost 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours. And they were moaning at me. And I was like, bro, are you dumb or something? Excuse me, but I told you to contact the leads. So I realized something. We have to do it for them. So we put some structures in place. We automate the follow-up as soon as a lead walks through the door. So as soon as someone sees your ad, they give you their email, their phone number, they get a WhatsApp, they get a text message, and they get an email within 5 minutes. And guess what? We've now added an AI voice agent, which basically calls the lead instantly. If you know about the concept of speed to lead, if you can dial a lead within 5 minutes, you're 87% more likely to book a sales call with that lead. So rather than us wondering and working things out and guessing, we just use the simple process of automation. And we automate everything so the leads get contacted instantly. Now, that doesn't mean that every lead is going to become a buyer, but what it does mean is that we get in contact with every lead while they're hot. Then the follow-up system after that is, well, if they don't book a call, if they don't become a sale, we automate the follow-up process for the next 30 days. That's emails every week, that's text messages once a week, constant contact time, because I want them to become a buyer. And at the end of the day, they clicked my ad. The good thing about what we do now is we automate most of that work. All the heavy lifting is done by automations, which means that we have a very, very easy life when it comes to doing this process. And the thing is, people respect your company when they know that you do things at speed. Speed equals more trust. If you want more trust in the marketplace, do things properly, man. Now, another reason that your leads are not converting is basically because you're saying too many different things. Like, you literally don't have an idea of what you even offer. For example, your ad might be saying something like, I'll help you generate 60 leads a month using my AI system. Then I go on your landing page says something like, I'll help you generate 40 grand in the next 30 days using our AI sales system. Your promise isn't congruent on both the landing page and your ad. The most simplest thing you can do is make sure that your landing page says the same shit as your ad. Literally, so many people are just dumb, they just don't do this. your video says something completely different to the ad, which means that they clicked on one thing, but they saw something else. Give them one thing. So if the ad says, I'll get you 30 leads in 30 days, the landing page headline should say, I'm gonna show you how to get 30 leads in 30 days. Watch the video below. Like, it's that simple. So when it's congruent, you are more likely to see success. People will stick around and they feel like they're on the right journey. They're on the right pathway. Because if you promise me 30 leads in 30 days, but I get on your landing page and it offers me something different, I'm gonna be like, what did I come here for again? Another issue is, on your landing page, you've got a million different things going on. Your landing page is not a website. It shouldn't have a home button, about us, contact us. No, you're giving too many exit routes. Your landing page should just have a link to book a call with you or a calendar so you can get a sales call booked. That is it. Your landing page should just be kept that simple. Video on it, calendar underneath, Bob's your uncle. And then that leads me to the next issue, which is most people do not optimize their landing page for mobile. This device right here is very, very important. And most people see ads on this. Most people click their ads on this, which means your landing page needs to be optimized for this. I see so many people optimize it for the desktop, but they forget about this. It needs to be fast, it needs to load quickly, it needs to be pretty on the phone. You can get a good designer on Fiverr, it don't cost much. Now, the final issue here, and I've sat here the whole time, which is crazy. The final issue here though is, to be honest, your systems aren't correct. If you have the right systems, you are more likely to be successful. Your back-end systems need to be running like clockwork, and I really mean running like clockwork. If I ask you right now, when a lead opts in, where do they go? If you don't have the answer, you're gonna struggle, and you should know where your leads go. Like, that should be like an easy thing to know. And the way that I think about it is like this. Every lead that I get is captured and they go into a CRM system. I talk to business owners, they don't even know what a CRM system is. Every lead should be captured and nurtured. Every lead should go on a journey, and it should be somewhat of a predictable journey. The more predictable it is, the better. You can't be doing manual follow-ups forever. You can't be relying on referrals forever. That's not the way to scale and grow. Every lead should get a welcome message. They should get a 5-day email sequence. They should get a 30-day email sequence. They should be put on your newsletter. And your CRM system should manage all of that. And when you scale yourself out of the business, you get someone to manage it for you. That simple. So if you fixed everything I just told you, I promise you, your ads will convert better. You will make more sales. You will make more money. And I promise you, in fact, I'm willing to put my life on the line that you would make more sales from your ads if you just do everything I said. Now, I'm not gonna end the video here. I'm gonna offer you one more thing. If you wanna know exactly how to make good videos that convert more leads, you should probably watch this video right here. Peace.